25% off your design package. That's HAVENLY.com/Jillian for 25% off your design package. Havenly.com/Jillian. All right, we've got Chelsea on the line. I got to be honest, Chelsea, I have not read your email question. You know why? I was peeing when they were calling you.
Yes.
So I'm going into this cold. All I see is Oklahoma. That's all I've seen. What's going on, Chelsea?
Okay, so I've maintained a pretty solid level of fitness most of my life, just by staying active and eating clean. But since I started working in my career, it's become more of a challenge for me. I'm sitting at a desk for the majority of my day, and I've noticed that my legs will actually start hurting after sitting for extended periods of time. So my problem is that it's too cold to work out outside. The weather in Oklahoma, it's either too hot or too cold. Always. So I worry about going to the gym in the middle of flu season. So I wanted to know if it would be enough to just do like yoga and Pilates type workouts at home to get me through the winter, or if I need to be doing more challenging cardio on a regular basis.
Okay. There are two things to sort of address here. I don't think you should live in fear of the gym, sweetie. I mean, if people get sick, it happens. Like, if you have an open cut, then you need to worry about something called MRSA, which is methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, which is just a kind of really nasty bacterial infection. If you have a cut, you cover it with a Band-Aid and clothes. You wear long sleeves and pants. You bring a towel. You don't touch your face. And quite honestly, you should be okay. And if you get a cold or flu, like, the world's not going to end. I've had one for about 6 weeks because I have little kids. And I finally got better. And that's because I was working a lot and being crazy. And yeah, it sucks. But, it's, in my opinion, it's compromising the quality of your life. It sounds like it is anyway. And I think there are ways to avoid it and just be smart. So I would want you to really consider going to the gym a few times a week. If you don't want to be in like the sweaty, nasty, like spin class, like that I totally get. But, going and running on the treadmill, doing the Stairmaster, using the equipment and the free weights and what have you, like, just don't touch your face. Make a real conscious effort when you touch weights not to touch your face, and wash your hands. And I really think you'll be okay. With that said, when we talk about what you need to do, what are your fitness goals? Just overall wellness?
Pretty much just overall wellness. I was athletic all throughout high school and college. I ran track and I was a dancer, so I've always been pretty active. But now, just working an office job, I'm not as active as I used to be. So it's really just wanting to stay in shape and stay healthy.
Right.
But I used to have a tendency to overdo it. My mom is really heavy into CrossFit, and I feel like she overdoes it
I hate CrossFit.
often. And I'm like
God,
on her all the time,
CrossFit.
like saying, I think you're overdoing it, and she swears she's not. But I just want to try and find that balance.
CrossFit is okay, like twice a week with a great teacher.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, it's like there's zero trainer logic to CrossFit. It's the same 20 exercises over and 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 over. It's just, there's a reason they're called Olympic lifts. Keyword being Olympic. Not for the amateur and not to time and not over and over and over and over. I mean, it's just, there's no, like, I could go on and on and on about that one. But the reality is, if you wanted to do CrossFit twice a week with a great coach, no more, and separate the days. So it should be like a Tuesday and a Friday, which is a different conversation. I know there are a lot of CrossFitters out there, but at the end of the day, it's just, I'd be more than happy to get into a conversation with any of them. And I think that, as much as they claim that they hit every modality of fitness, they don't. It's power over and over and over and over and over and over. It's speed and strength. It's power. It's explosive movement over and over and over. So, for me, when it comes to overall wellness, I like people to hit every modality, over the course of the month to train your body with flexibility, right? Because flexibility and strength is mobility, agility, stability, endurance, power, speed, strength. It's a little overwhelming, but that's where I'm like, look, do different workouts and you should be fine. Like, do a yoga workout, do a boot camp workout, do a bike ride, climb the stairs. As long as you're mixing up your workouts, you're going to get that variety in your routine either way. However, a lot of times people don't like to do certain things and they like to do others. Like, I like to dance. I like to do yoga. And it's like, all right, you know what? Fair enough. So the best workout is going to be the one you're doing consistently. But I would say, like, again, I see a lot of overthinking. And here's going to be my basic rule of thumb for you. Move your body 4 to 6 times a week. 20 minutes up, I think an hour is way too long. But if you're doing like a lower intensity, more endurance-based workout, like a long bike ride or something, which you're saying obviously you can't do right now because it's cold outside, but if you're in the gym or what have you, 20 minutes to an hour, the shorter the time duration, the more intense the workout should be. The longer the workout, the more moderate the intensity should be. And eat clean and you'll be fine. And at that point, yeah, I think if you can mix it up, mix it up. I would even want somebody doing yoga every day. Because again, it's a lot of repetitive motion. A lot of repetitive movements, and you're using the same muscle groups over and over and over in the same way, over and over and over. So is it better than nothing? Sure. But I'd like to see variety in a routine. So whether you're going in and one day you're doing, let's say, push muscles, chest, shoulders, triceps, quads, and then the next day you go in and you do pull muscles, back, biceps, hamstrings, then you're still getting that variety in your routine and you're giving an adequate amount of recovery. So ultimately, you could just engage in the things you enjoy and mix it up, right? Or you could build a very specific regimen if you've got the time. And there's a ton of information out there. I mean, literally, you could use one of my DVDs and get all the basics of like how I split up information, or take a book out from the library and see how I do muscle splits with push and pull and separating the days. But I wouldn't overthink it. I wouldn't overdo it. And I really think you'd be okay going to the gym, kiddo. Unless there's another reason that's messing with you.
That's true. Yeah, I've become kind of just phobic, I guess, of I don't want to get sick, and it's a very public place. And so it's, yeah.
Is that the only thing, though, that stresses you out about it? The gym?
Well, it's also, I think a lot of it right now, it being winter, it stresses me out, but also just the repetitiveness of it, and that I go in there and it's not really fun for me, which I don't know that the gym is fun for anybody.
All right, now we're talking.
That might be my other problem. I need to find activities other than like lifting weights in the gym or the treadmill or the bike that are
now
enjoyable.
We're talking.
That might be part of it.
Okay, so this is a different conversation. So, all right, are there classes there? Like, is there a dance class? Is there a hip hop class? Anything like that?
Well, when I was in college, we had a wellness center, and I would take classes like Zumba and spinning and kickboxing and yoga, Pilates type stuff. But that was the wellness center at my school. So after I graduated, I haven't been able to really find anything like that. So
there's nothing like that in Oklahoma, like a Crunch franchise or anything like that?
There probably is. I think I need to look around. I've just kind of been doing my own thing and getting bored with it.
Yeah. All right. Here's what I want you to do, kid. I want you to do a little research into some boutique studios, okay? And or classes, like a gym that offers classes, because a lot of gyms do. And I want you to say, like, all right, you know what? I'm going to take a Pilates class once a week, a yoga class once a week, a spin class once a week, a dance class once a week. Done. A CrossFit class once a week. I don't know why I made a fart sound. I have no idea. I've been with my son for quite some time in very close quarters, and so the thing has just slipped out. She's a whole nother show. Okay, so I want you to piece together something that you find interesting. And you know what else I'll do? I'm going to get I have your phone number. I'm going to have Jeremy reach out, and I'll give you a year-long subscription to my app. And you could do stuff in your apartment as well. And it's got kickboxing and yoga and body weight and core. And yes, there are a lot of explosive movements, but you could choose workouts without it. And this way you've got like stuff for home. You've got, you look for boutique gyms, take some classes and piece it together. And I think that's really what's going on. And with the sick stuff, just wear clothes, just cover your upper body, lower body. If you have a cut, make sure it's covered. Don't touch your face. and wash your hands before and after leaving the gym, and bring your own towel.
All right. Sounds good.
Try that. Because I do think that's what's happening. I think you're just getting bored.
Well, she got her marching orders.
Yeah. All right, Scooter.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, honey. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Still not ready to go back to the salon to color your hair? Well, medicine